Hello everyone, I'm Phoenix Tremaine, and today I'm going to be reviewing Hardware number 1, Season 1, The Return of Milestone Comics. And if you haven't done so, can you go on ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can see more great videos I'm going to be releasing. I'll be releasing lots of different types of videos with lots of different types of information to see what you want me to do the most. I had fun doing the static review. The static review. And now, a comic book that I've been waiting for a while now, I'm happy to do this review as well. Because the first time Milestone Comics came out, I didn't read them. You know, uh, I wasn't the person I am now. Now, I go out of my way to make sure that I go ahead and help support creators that are more diverse, as well as get my regular books too. But also, if we want our voices heard, if we want more diverse storytelling, if we want more authentic depictions of ourselves and our stories, then we've also got to create the creators that are creating those stories and books like Hardware. So even though I'm well aware of Static in the cartoon and Static in DC Universe, the regular DC Universe, and I did get some Static books. Most of the Milestone comics, like Hardware, I didn't really get into, and the whole reason why was a simple one: the art. I wasn't a big fan of a lot of the art from the original Milestone universe, and that's the only reason why I wasn't buying it. I couldn't get into the art, so that kept me away from the books. But now here I am, 100% supporting the new Milestone. I didn't do a review on Icon and Rocket yet. I'm waiting until the second issue, because the first issue, but Hardware, there's something special about Hardware that I didn't know a lot about, but I knew this was the character that would really get me. And it did. This is an excellent comic book. I love that, unlike Icon and Rocket, where it was just really just an origin story of sorts that didn't have any real action in it. This Hardware comic is action packed, like I hoped it would be. There is a little bit of a cop out, because when I was first reading the book and I saw how hard Hardware was going against the police, they were coming after him because they were shooting to kill. So I was like, oh wow, he's blowing them up and he's blowing these copters up, and I'm like, when he clears his name eventually, how is he going to go back to any sense of a normal type life where he's not constantly being tracked down and hunted for killing all these cops? And the answer was at the end of the book, when the police told Alvin Alva, whatever his name is, when he told him, the police had told him that the men had barely escaped. So he didn't kill anybody. Although if you look at the artwork, people weren't surviving these attacks. I mean, I don't see, like in G.I. Joe, the G.I. Joe cartoon, where people are like, you blow up a ship and then you see the parachutes come down or anything like that. No, I just see explosions and fires and what should probably have been the end of these characters' lives. But the police officer says there's no sign of him. He downed the copters and then just disappeared. Guys barely got out in time. His lab blew up right in our face, so nothing there either. So that was actually kind of a letdown, because I was like, oh, he's like Wolverine. He don't give a F. He just kill everything. But narratively, even though realistically, with all this fighting and explosions and bullets and things he's doing, he could have maybe said it was self-defense or whatever. But yeah, that would have been a hard thing to get around, of him just killing tons of cops. Um, but I'm just looking at this artwork, and I don't see any sign that any of those people that were inside the building could have survived that explosion. He's in his suit, so that's how he can survive the explosion. But yeah. So the book has me hooked. I definitely want to know how he clears his name and takes Alva down. Um, and it was interesting when he confronted him and he let him know that I'm not going to kill you. I'm just going to, destroy everything. Uh, Alva Industries and everything you care about, and I'm going to show you who made who. And that was for season 1. Is a good start. Is a good premise. And when it comes to me saying things like our voices, diverse voices, authentic storytelling, a lot of this feels very authentic. The artwork, the noses, things like that, very authentic. The coloring of the characters, it it's okay. Um, I really wish. So the good thing is, Hardware #1. I highly recommend it. Great story, great first issue, really good cliffhanger that sort of sets the bar of what's going to happen next. You got to see Curtis do some really cool things as Hardware. And on the downside, just like the original Milestone Comics, I'm not 100% sold on the art. It's better than the old books. But, when you see some of the flashbacks and you see some of the coloring where you don't really get to see the detail on the faces. I know this is an artistic style and these are artistic choices. And, but, then we come to the present and then you see that the art is more, is stronger, and there's a lot of panels where there's great details, which I appreciate, but then we also have panels where you really can't see people's faces. So that's why I sort of started this with the thing that kind of kept me from the original Milestone Comics was I'm the person who saw the Spawn comic and immediately snatched it off the shelf. Spawn #1 way back when in the day, I think it was in Bright Age or somewhere, and saw that, and I saw that art, like, oh my goodness, I'm a person who likes art that is more detailed. I don't know what the style is called, but you know, once you get stylized and you're doing like watercolors and looks like a watercolor painting or something like that, you start to lose me. But I'm so enamored by this hero, the storytelling, the character, that I love these rain scenes that I'm seeing. I don't really see that in comics a lot. So that was, really nice to see. Seeing some of his gear, which separates him from characters like Iron Man, is well thought out, is a little bit different. And yeah, like I said, I highly recommend the book. I can't wait to see the next issue. Just like I'm looking forward to see what happens next with Icon and Rocket. I've already done a review of the Static book, and I'll continue to do the reviews. If you continue to watch, let me know in the comment section what you thought about Hardware. How do you feel about artwork? Are you cool with art that's sort of like different and abstract, or or are you sort of like me where you like to see things a lot more clearer? Because that's the only drawback. I liked everything other than that, and that's it. I will see you in the next video, hopefully. Thanks for watching.